Hello class, welcome back. Today we're going to continue learning about fractions. The learning objective for this lesson is I can solve problems about fractions. Let's solve the first problem. John has 4 pennies. Here they are. He puts 1/2 the pennies in each hand. So remember, the first thing we have to remember is that 1/2 is representing a fraction. The number 2 is the denominator, which is telling me that I have to separate the whole. This is the whole coins. And I had to separate them into equal groups. In this case, I'm going to do it like this. So now I have group 1 and group 2. And here's that only one group is going to be given to each hand. So let's see it. So here are the hands. And I want to give 1/2 to each hand. Now the question says, how many pennies does John put on each hand? And we can see clearly that if we use fractions, we can tell that he put 2/4. How do I know that? Because if I do the denominator, tells me that I have 4 coins in all. 1, 2, 3, and 4 pennies. So that's the whole. And each hand got 2. 1 and 2. And 1 and 2. So each hand got 2 out of the 4 pennies. So my fraction is 2/4. Let's solve another problem. A group of 3 friends share a set of 6 pencils equally. So we have here the 3 kids, and the 6 pencils are going to share. Now we know they have to divide the 6 pencils among these 3 kids equally. So when we do it, we know that each kid is going to get 2 colors. So let's write the fraction for that. We know that the denominator is telling me how many colors we have in all, which is 6. And the numerator is going to tell me or signal to me how many each kid got. In this case, it's 2. So now I can go and answer my question. Look at the question first and then answer. My question says, what fraction of the pencils will each friend get? So we can answer the question. Each friend will get 2/6 of the pencils. The next problem says, Luis made a spinner with 8 equal sections. So we can see here the 8 sections. He used a crayon to color 7 sections. So let's do that and color the 7 sections. That's 1 up to 7 pieces out of the whole. What fraction of the spinner did Luis color? Now, if you remember again, now we have to count first the whole. The whole spinner has 8 pieces in all, which is my denominator. And the numerator is telling me how many are shaded, which are 7. So that's going to become the answer to my problem. Luis colored 7/8 of the sections. Let's solve the next problem. Reina and 3 more friends are playing a game. It is important for you to read carefully because we have a Reina and 3 more friends. That's going to make a total of 4 kids. They share a set of 8 game cards. Each friend gets the same number of cards. If each kid is getting the same number of cards, now we know that Reina may get these 2 cards. The next friend may get another 2 cards. Friend number 3 is going to get 2 cards. And friend number 4 is going to get 2 cards too. So now I can answer the first question they're going to ask me. How many cards does each friend get? If you notice, each friend is going to get 2 cards. So I can answer that each friend gets 2 cards. The next question is, what fraction of the set does each friend get? Now we know something, remember, that we have our denominator, and the denominator tells us the total amount of cards that we have. We know we have 8. And each friend is going to get 2 out of the 8 cards. So what fraction of the set does each friend get? They get 2 8s. But sometimes they may give us a different answer, a fraction about how many groups. So if you notice, we have 4 groups. This is for group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, and group number 4. So we have a new denominator, which is going to be 4 groups. And each friend is going to get 1 group each. So 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, and 4 groups. So each friend is going to get 1/4. And this is letting us know that 2 8s and 1/4 are equivalent fractions. Let's solve the last problem. Point P represents a fraction on the number line. Now remember, to represent a fraction, we need to know how many do we have in all. So we have here 1, 2, 3, and 4 parts in the whole. And now we want to get to the point P, we know we have to jump 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. So the fraction representing P is 3/4. Now we can use the word wall to show the same. If you have the wall fraction, we're going to look for the fourths, which is here. And we're going to color 3 because that's the fraction represented in the number line. So there it is, that's 3/4. Now let's go to the next part of the problem. On which number line does point W represents a fraction equivalent to the one represented by point P? So basically we're going to be doing the same. First of all, we need to find which point is in A. And if we find it, we know that the whole is separated in 2 equal pieces. So that's going to be my denominator, 2 equal pieces. And together I have to jump only 1 time. So my answer is going to be 1/2. We represent the same in the number line, in the whole fraction, and that's 1/2. So I notice this is not the same. Let's go for the next one, for B. If you notice, B is separated in 8 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the denominator is going to be 8. And to get to W, we have to jump 7 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the numerator is going to be 7, fraction 7/8. If we color that one in the fraction wall, it's going to look like this. And I can notice they are not equivalent, they're not the same. So not my answer. Now let's go for the next one. W, I'll do the same. 1, 2, 3, my whole is divided in 3. And to get to W, I'm going to get 2 jumps. So my fraction for C is 2/3. So let's represent the same on the fraction wall. So I notice it's not the same. They don't have the same size. So it must be D. Let's prove it. So W is in that point, so let's find the fraction. So I notice that the whole has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my denominator is going to be 8. And to get to W, I have to jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 times. So 6/8. When we represent the same fraction in the fraction wall, we'll notice that it has the same size. We can prove it by showing a line, and we can see that 3/4 and 6/8 are equivalent fractions. We can write that too, just to show it in a sentence. 3/4 is equivalent to 6/8. So therefore, D is my answer. This is it for today, guys. I hope you understood the lesson. See you next time. Bye.